So, as part two of our introduction on electrolytes and fluid balances, let's review the functions of the minerals that we have in our body, the important ones. First of all, calcium forms bones and teeth, but the other function is to promote nervous transmission, synaptic transmission, and the transmission between the neuromuscular junction from the nerve to the sarcolemma, so that muscle and muscle contraction. Magnesium, it's important. It supports cofactors for a variety of enzymes. And you know, the interesting thing about magnesium is, let's suppose you take a calcium supplement. You could get life-threatening constipation without magnesium. So when we drink milk to get calcium, we also get a lot of magnesium. And without it, things just don't work very well, okay? Iron is used to make the hemoglobin molecule. If, excuse me, if we're anemic, it could be from iron deficiency anemia. Some of you might remember the old Geritol commercials. Take Geritol for iron deficiency anemia. It is difficult to supplement your body with iron because it's not very soluble. So iron is very important in the production of hemoglobin and your hematocrit and being able to transport oxygen. Potassium regulates the heartbeat, and it is important in the membrane potential for the transmission of nervous responses. And as you'll remember, potassium is low outside of the cell and at high concentrations, relatively speaking, inside of the cell. Zinc is important for immunity, but I think, from what I've learned recently, iodine, and on this list it says it produces thyroid hormones. Yes, T3, T4, which controls your metabolic rate. But iodine is also important for immune function. And it's probably more important than zinc for immune function. Chlorine is used to produce hydrochloric acid in the stomach so that you can digest your foods. Phosphorus is used in the synthesis of DNA, and it is part of the hydroxyapatite, which is the plaster that takes calcium and phosphorus together and adds the mineral to your bone that gives that bone strength. But remember, the bone is also a storage organ, so that the calcium and phosphorus in your bone is available to be resorbed and put back into your blood to maintain homeostasis whenever the hormones from the parathyroid gland tell the osteoclasts to secrete acid onto your bone to quickly dissolve that hydroxyapatite. And remember, what else happens with parathyroid hormone is that it increases absorption of calcium from the gut and increases resorption of calcium in the kidney, in the distal convoluted tubule of the nephron. So it acts in three ways to increase conservation of calcium and to make sure that your blood levels of calcium can stay high. What happens if your blood levels of calcium do not stay high? You will have a heart attack and die. And it will not take very many hours for that to happen. It's happened to my wife because of a drug reaction between Inderal, which is for vascular headaches, and quinone, which a doctor prescribed to her for leg cramps. Back in those years, the pharmacies did not have the computer programs to guard against that, to help doctors avoid accidentally killing people by prescribing drugs with bad interactions. Today, hospitals around the United States are trying to improve their pharmacies to increase the number of pharmacologists and druggists that they have on staff to prevent this same thing from happening, because apparently a lot of prescriptions are being given in hospitals, and drug interactions have been killing too many people. It's a problem. These are really important things. The mineral homeostasis in your body is a really big deal. Sodium is really important for maintaining pH balance and fluid balance in your body. And sodium is normally conserved by the kidney if we are eating foods that are natural. But we eat a lot of processed foods, and salts are used to preserve foods. So and we eat a lot of salty foods because we like it, right? So we tend in our modern diet to be secreting sodium. We do not conserve sodium, although that is the intention of our nephron to do so. But we have more than enough, way more than enough, and we tend to secrete in our urine high levels of sodium. Copper is involved in the metabolism of iron and enzymes, and selenium is important in the functioning of antioxidant enzymes. What are antioxidants? If you've forgotten, let me tell you that remember that free radicals are produced when ionizing radiation causes organic molecules to lose electrons. And so we have charged organic molecules floating around in our cytoplasm, and they're looking for trouble. Basically, they're very reactive. And unlike mineral ions, they can get in trouble. So antioxidants are chemicals that put those electrons back and stabilize those free radicals. Free radicals are not good. They are caused not only by external background radiation, but also by toxins that we put in our body when we eat various foods that have toxins in them, like potatoes, for example. Potatoes have cancer-causing toxins in them in small amounts. Coffee can have some toxins, alcohol, other foods that have toxins, preservatives, and so forth. So that's why eating healthy, we try to increase the amount of antioxidants. Blueberries, for example, are a good source of antioxidants, and so forth. There are a lot of antioxidants in green vegetables that are fresh and uncooked. So just a word to the wise. Reduce the antioxidants in your body. Increase the antioxidants in your body. Reduce the free radicals in your body. And the probability of getting a cancer is much reduced. Okay, so those are the functions of the minerals, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.